Okay, so how to make this stool render, no, perspective. So it's got a strange little curve, but I think we can make it happen. So let's go over here, let's get this ourselves a cube. Let's isolate this too. Because all we really do need to make is like the leg. Then the rest should be pretty easy. So I'll just scale this out. Get a knife tool, cut it right here. Cut right here. Something right here. Q to quit. Vertex, take this. I'm gonna move this over here. And for this one, I'll move it like this. This face, Control E. I'll just rotate it. Let's look at it from this view. F to focus. It's got some other stuff going on over there. Let's move it over here. Looks like it gets a little bit wider over here. Let's take that right there. So it gets a little bit wide over here. No, I'll keep it right there. Let me get this. These, cool, Q to quit. Just me being nitpicky. I'll take this, put it over here. I'll bring this in like here. All right. Yeah. Well, this might not be as bad as I thought it'd be. All right, so we have this right here. And one thing I'll do is I'll take these and I'll just make these a little bit wider. Press 4 to see through. I'll grab all these, make these a little bit thinner. So you see it's got like a little bit of a taper. And give this a little bit of taper. It's thinner. And if I press 3, it's doing that. So you know what I'm gonna do? Select all these, shift right click, do bevel. And this bevel is gonna be a little bit soft. If I can also press 3 right now, and I can go to this fraction and hold down control and kind of look at it. See how. Let's go like this, actually. And if one of these is a little bit too like hard edged, I can double click, shift right click, and then do a delete edge. So now it's a little bit softer. I'll do that right here too. Shift, double click on it, shift right click, delete edge. Yeah. All right. Cool. So now I'm going to grab myself a sphere. Take this over here, press F. like this. Go to faces, press 4 to see through. Select these, delete. And I can go to like this and remember, because I didn't move it, I just moved it to the right, but I didn't move it like back and forth. So that's why it's like right in the center. And then I think I'm pretty good. So what I'll do now is I'll grab myself a cylinder. I'll move it. I can press spacebar, move it right here. Kind of move it like here. So just so I have this thing inside. Cool. So that's going to be like a little part under the chair. Then I can do a Control D, bring this up higher, and go like that. Scale this down. Scale like this. And this also won't need an UV. We can just put a material on it. Shift right click, let's do a bevel edge. Go to some fraction. Segments 2 or more. Just like this. And you know what? I'll go like that. Just make it a little bit bigger. Cool. Control D. And I usually don't squish these, but I'll do it. And for this one, I'll press R to scale and make it just a little bit, just like a little bit thicker, you know, just a touch. Cool. I'll select all these right here and I'll do a Control G and name it yeah, name it leg. And then I'll do a center pivot. But this is what I'm gonna do, right? So there's the pivot right there. But watch this. I'm gonna hold down D, right? So this means we're gonna move this pivot. We're gonna move it up. And we're gonna move it right in the center of this thing. All right. So now the leg's right there. Now peep this. I'm gonna do Control D, press E to rotate, and then I'll just rotate it, and it looks like it has 4 legs. So just let me look at it from the top. I'll press 4. So I'll just rotate right here. Control D again, and rotate this. Control D. So I'm just rotating this group 4 times. We have this. Now let me go get a Taurus. And this Taurus, I'll put this right in the center. Let me press F to focus in. And I'll just zoom in the best I can. So this looks like it's in the center to me. And pull this up. And then I'll go over here to this shape settings and I'll go to this, scale this out. And then I'll go to the section radius and I'll move that in. And I'll go to this radius, pull it in. And we can, if we middle mouse button and hold down Control, we can like scale it like that. Or we can input the numbers, it's all on you. And if we hit 3, it'll smooth it out. So it looks like that. And just press scale. And go like this maybe. Now it looks like it has, like I said, this one looks a little bit more complex. Let's finish it out. All right. So looks like it has like a little arm that sticks out sort of. But this is what we can do. We can take this, Control D, move this, scale it, and actually go to faces and select this and delete it. Go over here and move this up like this or something. And take this, put it right here, artist scale, put this. Vertex. I'll just move this up like right here. So we have this. And I can do the same thing I did with those other legs. I can just press D to move the pivot and then just put it right in the center. So I'll move over here, holding down D, I'll put it right in the center, using this cylinder in the middle as a measure. All right. My pivot got shifted. So let me center the pivot. It's still off. How'd that happen? D. Or somehow that got rotated. Not sure exactly how. It's all good. We just go like this and we'll try to make it vertical. And we could also put it like right here. It'd be the same thing. All right, so Control D. Put it right here. We could also do it from the top if it helps. We could even move it like this. Control D, E. Control D. It's a little off, so I'll just push it in. Now, if we want to take it to the extra last step, just for more detail. Well, you know, one thing I'm gonna do for detail is this. Select this, shift right click. You already know, bevel. All right. Looks like it has a little ring right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'll even isolate, we already isolated everything else, but let's do this. I'll go to the faces, select everything. Then if I press 4, I'll deselect this middle and I'll go to 5. So I'll delete the top and the bottom. I'll take this, scale it out, scale it down. All right, so it's touching everything like that. Then I'll do a Control E for extrude. Let me extrude it this way. Cool. Artist scale, scale it in. Oh, no. Object mode, scale it in. Select this, shift. Like I said, I'm just doing extra details. Shift right click, bevel edge. Segment 2 or more. Let's do 2. I'll make it kind of soft. If I press 3, you see what it looks like. So now I got ourselves a stool. Select the whole thing. Shift right click. I mean, not shift right click. Control G for group. Stool. Group. And there we have it. So now place it in my scene. Let me center a pivot on this group. Place it wherever it needs to go. Let me get inside this camera. Yeah, the other arrow, can't really see it. Or in the camera. But I know this is Z, so place it wherever it needs to go. Control D. Got 2 of them. And there you go. So that's how you would make this style of stool.